Some of our people involved with the show, some of our voice cast, some of our nuts and bolts folks come out, and we're going to have some fun with them. First of all, I would like to bring out our co-creator and co-executive producer. He is the real life Dan. It is Dan Mandel. Just throw it in the audience. Is that a booger? Also, our co-creator, co-executive producer, writer, story editor, the real life Chris. This gets confusing. Chris Pearson. Thirdly, supervising producer, supervising director, despoiler of women, and a guy whose last name is really fun to say. Please welcome Brian Sheasley. Voice cast. You know him from Kids in the Hall, Bugs Life, News Radio. He plays Chris on the show, the fictional Chris. He is Dave Foley! Sponsored by Starbucks. An actress I've known for a long time. You know her from Criminal Minds, Andy Richter Rules the Universe, and a whole bunch of other stuff. She plays Elise, and she is Paige Brewster, y'all! In the spirit of full Dan versus disclosure, I have to say that Curtis Armstrong as Dan couldn't make it due to a scheduling conflict. Ironically involving his reality show about nerds. So that's kind of interesting. So the jerk couldn't make it, but sitting in for Curtis, and we are so happy that he came in to fill the breach for us. What a helpful guy. You know him from the show. He plays Wally and Officer Randolph, but better known to all you guys as a drunken robot called Bender from the show Futurama. Curtis Armstrong playing Dan will be played by Maggio. John.
How you doing, everybody? Here, I'm not.
Leave that there.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna throw this to right there. This guy right there. Some people are whipping him in the audience, like nerds can't catch. You're gonna take somebody's eye out.
We just saw John wandering around the lobby of the Marriott and said, "Hey, we need help. Come on." He's like, "Okay." So here we are. I'm going to ask some questions on this list, and I'm just going to throw them out at random. Let's see. The first one is for Curtis. No, wait, he's not here. Dave Foley, how does Chris compare to other characters that you have voiced?
Well, he sounds almost exactly like all of them, due to a really sad lack of range that I live with. I think he's my first compulsive eating character, I believe. I mean, fictionally. But yeah, I think that's basically it. Yeah.
Basically it. Okay. Now, Paige.
Yep.
Dan and Elise, I feel like I'm on the Newlywed Game. Where's the strangest place you've ever made whoopee?
In the bathtub.
Okay. Dan and Elise's relationship seems to have changed quite a bit between season 1 and season 2. Like it's become, I don't know if you guys watch, have noticed, but there really is an arc to their relationship, and it's markedly different in this season. How did that happen? Was that intentional? Did you have anything to do with that? Who is responsible for that?
I think you guys did that, right? You did that.
Market testing.
we don't plan anything out ahead of time because we never know what ideas will be approved or not. So yeah, it's all random.
But what is different about it this season? Like what made you say there's got to be an arc to this, and we're just going to push it into a different place, season 2, just because we feel like it?
Well, I just think in order to keep having fun with it, you need to change the dynamics a little bit. And if two characters have a certain relationship at the beginning of a season.
Wait a minute. Is Dan screwing Elise this season?
What?
Someone should run this by me. So Chris is a cuckold and an overeater.
Spoiler alert.
In season 3, Elise has Dan's
You mean
baby.
this is about Dan and Elise's relationship?
Yeah, that's what
That's the question.
Chris.
No.
Oh, okay. We were adversaries.
Right.
But then occasionally we've had to sort of team up. to fight evil or aliens or corn stuff. And yeah, no, I like that. I thought that was really interesting. And you know, Curtis is hilarious, so it's fun to have Dan and Elise shouting at each other in a little soundproof room.
That's what I was looking for. So Dan, a real life Dan, not faux Dan. Now, Dan winds up in the Who's Gow, in the Slammer, in jail a lot on the show. Have you ever been to the big house?
Surprisingly, no.
Surprisingly, what's the closest you've ever come? Chris, have you ever been to jail?
The thing about Dan.
I've been to jail.
Hello, and welcome to Jail Stories. John, could you tell us your jail story?
Oh.
And could you do it in the voice of Curtis Armstrong? Thanks.
Well,
Has it been a while? Has the food gotten better?
Yes. Loaf sandwich.
All right, Brian. I don't want you to feel all alone down there at the end. And a nice hat and a brilliant chapeau, by the way. So, as an experienced animation director, were there any challenges in season 1 or 2? What's the biggest challenge you had to face as an animation director? And what does an animation director do? Give us a thumbnail sketch of your job for the uninitiated.
well, we are the day-to-day everything there is. It's like we're in editing, we're with our storyboard artists, we're with our designers. Everything it encompasses. The day is different. But I would say the challenges from season 1 to season 2. Our crew stayed the same size. The scripts got bigger. So we, just in comparison, like say a Simpsons crew, because we're in the same building. I used to work on them years ago before most of you were born, because it's been going on forever. Simpsons crew, 130 people. Dan vs. crew, 30.
Wow.
Faster output, because it's done in Flash. The characters are done in Flash, but we do traditional 2D backgrounds in Photoshop. So, luckily, our overseas crew, Simpsons has 3 overseas studios with probably about 200 to 250 plus artists working on just the show. We have 1 overseas crew with 70 people. So just to give you some like how fast that we do it and how tight we are, and we're all very experienced veterans, because that's the only way that this show could work. So, sorry for the new people that are trying to break in, but have to keep us old guys going.
So if somebody dies, then you can move in, but otherwise, no.
Yes.
Not yet.
Mhm.
So, Brian, as the one responsible adult on this panel, you just tell me when you want to throw to that our table read, which you guys just sprung on us. So that should be a lot of fun.
Well, hey, we came up with a little Dan versus.
Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, you want to do that? You want to hear a table read right now?
All right, so I'm going to let you explain.
All right, so table read in our crew happens on Wednesdays every other week, and so what that does is we bring all the actors in, we get around the table, we bring all the executives in from Hub and Stars Film Roman, and the whole crew comes in just to get it lively. And what we do is we table read what was just written, and then we go into the booth and record the week previous that has already been rewritten. So from the previous table read, and so it goes a little something like this. This is Dan versus San Diego Comic-Con 2012. So I will be your narrator, and of course we've got Tom Kinney down there playing the announcer and Crunchy.
Crunchy, okay.
We've got Dan Mandel playing Spy Boss and Glee fan number 2. We've got Chris Pearson playing Glee fan number 1, of course. The wonderful Paige Brewster as Elise, and Dave Foley as Chris, and sitting in for Mr. Armstrong will be Bender.
They wanted me to read it as Bender, so is that all right with you guys?
Actually, can I call you Jay?
Go adventure time. Okay, sorry.
So this is a very special Comic-Con edition here, just written by these 2 gentlemen here, of Dan and Chris from Dan Versus. So here we go. Dan Versus floats at the top of the scene. Interior Convention Center day. Dan, Chris, and Elise make their way through a teeming masses. Chris is actively looking around for a specific booth as Elise, an increasingly sullen Dan, follow.
Okay, so first we'll hit the population control Johnny booth. I hear the first 100 people in line get free live firearms.
Finally.
But we can't stay too long. I don't want to be late for the strawberry shortcake panel.
Fine. But after that, wait, what?
Chris has gotten really into strawberry shortcake lately.
Ironically, right?
Nope. Lots of adult men are getting into it. We're called man cakes.
For better or for worse. For better or for worse.
Okay, first of all, we're gonna have a little deprogramming session later. Second of all, what is strawberry shortcake doing at Comic-Con? That's not a comic.
As a matter of fact, I'll have you know that from 1985 to 1986, there was a 6-issue run of a strawberry shortcake comic book.
Written by Mark Evanier.
Dan and Elise stare at him.
You just make me tired. I'm sitting down.
Dan sits down. Next to the wall, beside him is Crunchy.
Oh, hey, bro face.
Back, you unwashed layabout! Dragon stand!
Always good to have company when you're in line. Are you as excited about the Battleship 2 sneak peek as I am? I heard there's a cameo by Jenga.
Dan sinks, puts his head in his hands, and tries not to cry. Elise flips through the event program.
Wait, isn't it too soon for an Avengers reboot?
Good luck getting into that panel. They started camping out for that one at last Comic-Con 2011.
Oh, I hear Chris Evans is playing the Submariner.
Elise's watch beeps.
I'll be right back.
Elise takes a few steps away and talks into her watch.
Talk to me.
Have you successfully infiltrated the convention?
Operation Spoiler Alert is underway.
Change of plans, Dancing Shadow. We need you to proceed to the American Dad booth and assassinate Curtis Armstrong.
Curtis Armstrong, why?
He knows why.
Elise goes back to Chris and Dan, where they find Dan mid-rant standing on a makeshift soapbox.
And I think we can all agree that everyone in the first, second, and most of the third world know how Spider-Man got his powers. Do we really need another origin story? I'm looking at you, Batman. You get it. Your parents got murdered. Lucky.
Hey, guys, I have something I've got to do. Dan, have fun with your whatever. Chris, enjoy your man caking.
I love you. I'll grab you an apple dumpling t-shirt.
And I'll never wear it.
Dan steps down from a soapbox and grabs Chris by the arm.
Come on, 3 guns away.
They head toward their intended booth.
Wait, you didn't check out my zine. It's called Major Douchebage.
I'm coming back with a gun.
Dan and Chris walk the convention floor. They are stopped short by a parade of fans that cut them off.
Hey, what is this?
Come on, the Glee panel is this way.
I know the super secret special guest is Jimmy Fallon!
This is the problem with Comic-Con.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, now I have to choose between Jimmy Fallon and man caking.
No! The problem is that none of those things have anything to do with comics. Why couldn't we have come here in 1992 when I wanted to? Oh, Bruce Campbell, take me away from all of this.
Elise walks past swiftly and a little nervous.
I was never here.
An announcement comes over the PA.
Ladies and gentlemen, nerds and nerdettes, due to the untimely assassination of Curtis Armstrong, the population-controlled Johnny booth will no longer be handing out free handguns. Thank you.
What? This is a travesty. First he charged me several gazillion dollars for admission.
No, actually, I paid for your ticket.
Then I spend all day being jostled by sweaty loners in homemade superhero costumes, and now this? No free guns? This is an outrage!
Dan.
Comic-Con!
This is a table read. You guys know what a table reads are, right? You sit at the table, you read. Okay.